It's yummy time.
YouTube, hello! It's Yummy. I'm back again with another video, and today I'm here to talk about the Meta Weekly number 48. I went into this Meta Weekly with spellbooks because that's what I played throughout the KC Cup. It got me like 10 wins in a row. It got me up to 15k points for KC Cup. And I was like, well, Mind Scan, it's kind of dirty, but it's really good to use. And I've never used it for a tournament before, so maybe I could just give this a shot. Maybe I'll try my luck at the Meta Weekly, and it'll work out the same way. So this is the same deck. If you've watched my KC Cup video, this is the same deck that I ran. Spellbooks with Mind Scan. It has 2 magical breakers in there. And then it has no treacherous trap hole. I don't care what anyone says. Everyone tells me to run treacherous, but I didn't run treacherous in it. 1 master, 1 organization to get your combos off. 3 silent magicians so you can negate spells. And of course, silent magician level 8. In case your silent magician gets destroyed, you get a 3500 attack magician on the board. So let's go over some replays. One of my first rounds, I went up against PDS. I've never played against PDS before, but I know that he's a really good player. And I was a little bit nervous. So I was like nervous and excited at the same time. I was like, oh, okay, cool. This is cool. This will be fine. Don't worry about it. And then I thought, like, he's playing Arcana. So what other than Blue Eyes would he be playing, right? Trick up the sleeve procs. And I get my combos rolling, Blue Boy out on the field, search out his secrets. I didn't have more spellbooks in my hand, unfortunately. So I couldn't get 3 spellbooks in the grave this turn. So I just searched out my fate just to get my, if I needed to flip a monster face down, like my own Blue Boy or one of his monsters, I could have done that. But anyways, so he's freaking playing magnets. I'm like, PDS. PDS is memeing me right now with magnets. I don't even really know how magnets work. I've only played against them like a couple times, maybe like 2 or 3 times in my whole life. And I was like, oh my god, like I feel like he's gonna win because I don't know how to play around these. So my first reaction as soon as he got a Cosmo Brain up on the board was flip it down because I thought maybe he was gonna tribute one of his monsters to special summon another monster from his deck. And then that would have gotten him like his bigger monster earlier, perhaps. So I don't know if that was the right play. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I should have flipped my Blue Boy face down, but I didn't want a Cosmo Brain effect to pop off, so I just flipped it face down. He attacks in my Blue Boy. I drew another Blue Boy, so it was fine. So I just Eternity out my Master, get the combo rolling again, Blue Boy on the field. Master onto my Eternity to grab my secrets back. And then I start making all these plays, Silent Magician on the board, power out the Magician so I can get a search when I destroy one of his monsters. And then I set the fate for next turn, so I knew that I had at least 6 spellbooks in the grave, whatever, enough to banish twice, 1 for this turn and 1 for next turn. So I swung into the Cosmo Brain. Again, my reasoning was just I didn't want him to get Cosmo Brain's effect off. So I just ended up searching another secrets in case I needed something like a Blue Boy next turn. And he didn't swing. I think that, and I also knew that he was running downbeat in this deck. So I think that he knew, like, maybe if he had a downbeat in his hand, if he would have activated, he knew I was gonna negate it. So he didn't really make a play. He just special summoned another monster just to get another guy into the graveyard so he could get his Valkyrion out. And he did. So I saved my fate for that. And at that point, I think he was maybe all out of resources. I'm not sure. He just set his Triambid Pulse or whatever, but he couldn't get it going. So he just surrendered. And I don't know. It was kind of funny to me, like, that he went into the Meta Weekly with magnets. But yeah, I mean, it worked out pretty well for me. So thank you, PDS. This next replay is Pegasus versus Pegasus against a guy who on the board, I think his name was like Yugi Duel Links, but I was kind of confused. So yeah, I was expecting this to be a mirror match. I was like, oh crap, he's gonna be playing spellbooks, Mind Scan, but he activated Balance and I was like, wait, what? So that kind of threw me off. But turns out that he's playing Buster Blader. And I was like, okay, well, if this guy's gonna be playing Buster Blader, he definitely has a DNA surgery somewhere. During his first turn, though, like, he went all in. He fused his mystical sheep with his Buster Blader to go Dark Paladin. At this point, he already knew I was playing spellbooks, though. So I guess that makes sense to make that play. And then he kept a card in his hand to discard for a spell negate. So that's fine. Like, I was just surprised that he went all in turn 1. But he didn't know, and of course not. I had 2 secrets in my hand. So I activate the first secrets, he discards his Canadia, and then I just get the second secrets rolling, and then I could just get my blue boy and start making these plays. I believe I just ended up banishing this guy, and I knew that he was also in top deck mode. So the thing with Buster Blader is you need at least like 2 to 3 cards in your hand to get your combos out or your monsters out on the board. Buster Blader just can't top deck. So I just poked him with the blue boy, set the fate. He has a Canadia, so I just get another I get another blue boy on the field, but I wanted to fate the Canadia first. And then he activated it. I just wanted him like to get it out of the way. So then he chained his other Canadia, and then I just ended up banishing the back row one because if in any case he got another trap, or if he got another Canadia on the board, he could chain the one that's in the graveyard. So I just didn't want that to happen again. Instead of fading off the one that was gonna get banished from battle anyways, I just banished the one that he activated so he couldn't use it again. And then I get my Eternity out, get my Master, and then do all of the blue boy plays again. I think at this point I got a Silent Magician out. Yes, I did. And then I just swung into the Canadia. Searched out an organization. I didn't use it though because I didn't really feel like I had to. Like, he was in top deck mode. I was pretty confident that he wasn't really gonna be able to come back from this. So I don't know if this was BM. He topped a fusion spell and then he activated it from the graveyard and then he just ended up scooping. So yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know. I feel like Buster Blader is fun, but it's just really bricky, and shout out to him for running that. Okay, so freaking Yami is playing Weevil and freaking shuffled a Parasite into my deck, and then turn 2 I had to draw it. So like, I was like, well, what the hell am I gonna do? I can't even make any spellbook plays because when this insect is on the field, all of your monsters get turned into insects. So I couldn't do anything. So I just searched out an organization and I was like, oh shit, well, Yami-Mia's playing vampires and vampires are just a really bad matchup against spellbooks. So I kind of like, I could have just scooped easily because I just was like, I don't want to deal with vampires. There's not much I can do here. And my monsters are all going to be insects anyways. But I was like, hey, maybe I have an out to this. Maybe I'll draw my treacherous, whatever. Yami-Mia made all those plays, set the vampire takeover. And then, you know, like, she was sitting on a Grace. So, I mean, there wasn't really much I could have done. Honestly, even if I topped a blue boy, it's not like I could have made a ton of spellbook plays. So, yeah, I just feel like at this point it was just like Yami-Mia swarmed the whole board with vampires and then got another Grace on the field and was just like, there was just no coming back from this. It was like, it was such bad luck that I got my Parasite on turn 2. So, oh well, thanks Yami-Mia. Thanks for being a dirty Weevil player. Thank you for the duel. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is the last replay. Oh boy, I'm gonna relive this. I don't know if you guys caught DK's stream. This was my top 32 like first round match versus Kenji, who went undefeated with freaking Sealed Tombs vampires. So I was like, at this point I got matched with him. I was 2-2 at this point. And then he was at 4-0. So I was like already freaking nervous going into it. Like, no big deal. This guy's undefeated and he's playing vampires. And I know that vampires are just a horrible matchup, but freaking my dumb ass. I'm so stupid. I got spectated, and when that happens, I just get really nervous. I freaking summoned my blue boy and I searched out a master like a dumbass. I was supposed to search out a secrets, not a freaking master. And the second it happened, I screamed. I was like, no, this wasn't supposed to happen. Like, cause I was pretty confident. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going first. I'm just gonna make my plays, set this up really quick. It'll be fine. Search out a master? Like, what are you thinking? What are you doing?
Tributes for a silent magician and nothing played afterward. Has searched for a spellbook master. This is very interesting. Normal summon blue boy, search master, and then just tribute for a silent magician. That's very interesting. This is a crazy. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see anything. Whoa. Okay, we're good. Chill.
Oh my god! And then. So I was just sitting on like a 2500 attack silent magician, and then I see that there's a DNA surgery set, so I start panicking. And then I freaking there was nothing I could do. At that point, like, it was my fault. I didn't search out my secrets like I was supposed to. I searched out the wrong freaking book, whatever. And then this happened. Chain the DNA surgery, so now I'm sitting at a 1500 attack zombie type silent magician. And then and then my guess was that Kenji maybe bricked with vampires, because I feel like his play would have been a lot bigger by turn 4. Like, I feel like by turn 4 he probably would have already had his whole board set up. But I think that he might have bricked, so I could have had a chance if I searched out the right book. But guess what? I didn't. And he went for a grace play, started thinning out my deck, getting out my cards. Didn't have a kingdom though. And then I just sat on this level 8. I eternitied my organization. And what happened too was when I activated organization on the turn before, I don't remember what turn that was, but I had picked out, I was like, oh cool, treacherous trap hole is gonna be at the top of my deck, and then I get a secrets, and then I get whatever else. Probably nothing else. I think it was like a secrets, a power, and a treacherous. And I was like, well, a secrets isn't gonna help me here because, you know, this thing's a freaking zombie now. So I ended up shuffling my deck because he declared monsters. So I was like, oh no, I just lost my treacherous. Like, I just put that on the top of my deck, and then I had to freaking shuffle my deck again. But I topped the treacherous anyways. And at this point, I knew that he had a vamp in his hand just because he didn't search it out with the familiar effect. So I was like, okay, well, he's gonna get a domain. He has 2 monsters on the board, and then what he's gonna do, he's gonna activate domain and then normal summon the vamp, and then I'm dead. And so I activated treacherous early just to prevent that summon. But what I forgot about vampire vamp's effect was it's not even just vampire vamp that has to be normal summoned. If you normal summon another vampire onto the field while vampire vamp is on the field, then you get the big suck. And that's where I also screwed up. Like, maybe I could have saved that treacherous for the normal summon. But again, I just don't think there was any coming back from this. The DNA surgery just really screwed me. And yeah, he made that big play and then went for 55. I got farmed. 5,500 attack. I got farmed on stream. And I mean, whatever. I needed to talk about it because, you know, like, that was a huge mistake on my part. Like, I just freaked out, I guess. And that happens a lot. There was another time where DK spectated me and I was playing UAs and I had a pretty good hand. And what I was supposed to do was search out a dunker. And I mistook the rebounder for the dunker. And I got the wrong monster, and everyone in the chat was like, oh my god, what is this potato doing? And it was just the same thing here. Whatever. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna live with my mistakes. It's fine. Overall, this was one of my better meta weeklies that I've participated in. I did get top 32, which was kind of nerve-wracking for me because every time I play the meta weekly, my score is 2-2, and it's like on the fence whether or not I end up being in top 32 or not. So I ended up, I think, being 15th or 16th in my pool, meaning I barely made it into the top 32. I forgot to talk about my side deck. I had a lava golem, a treacherous trap hole. I sided two galaxy cyclones and a DNA surgery. So that was my side deck. It was a lava golem, treacherous, DNA surgery, 2 galaxy cyclones in place of breaker, just because I was afraid of things like maybe if there was like a floodgate or something, maybe a galaxy cyclone would have been better, but I actually ended up never using galaxy cyclone. Forgive me. Yes, I know. I don't know how to side deck, whatever. The lava golem was added in just for memes in case I ever got to lava golem anybody, but I didn't. And the DNA surgery was put in there because I knew that people were gonna probably be running DNA surgery to try to cuck spellbooks, but I did side it out for that one duel against Kenji. I think maybe it was like a valiant effort. I guess someone could please coach me on side decking. I'm not very good at it, but yeah, pretty fun meta weekly. Pretty good. I'm kind of proud of myself, okay? Yes, I think I did good. Thank you, Decade, for hosting this event every single week. I hope you enjoyed this. That's about all. Peace out.